All right, let's dive into an IPL match that was all about a mountain of a target and a chase that was just breathtakingly fast. We're talking Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Sunrisers Hyderabad, a game where raw power met ice-cool execution. So this entire match, it really boils down to one number, 202. That was the huge target Sunrisers Hyderabad put on the board, and the mountain RCB had to climb. Yeah, so the real head-scratcher here is, how in the world did Bengaluru chase that down with more than 4 overs just left in the bank? Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we gotta look at how Sunrisers Hyderabad managed to put this monster total on the board. It all started with some seriously explosive batting. They put up a huge 201 for 9, and really, their innings was dominated by 2 guys who just went off and put all the pressure on RCB. I mean, look at that. 80? That was Ishan Kishan's contribution, and it was just an absolute clinic in power hitting. It really formed the backbone of Hyderabad's entire innings. And get this, he did it in just 38 balls. A strike rate like that right out of the gate, that puts some crazy intense pressure on the fielding side. But you know, Kishan wasn't a one-man army. Ankit Verma stepped up and played a massive part too, smacking a super quick 43. And to get those runs from only 18 balls, well, that's exactly the kind of late-game firepower that pushes a score from just good to, oh no, how are we going to chase this? But, you know, in the middle of all that batting mayhem, one RCB bowler just put on a show. His spell was absolutely crucial in stopping this score from getting even crazier. And here are the numbers that tell the story. Jacob Duffy, 3 wickets, and he only gave away 22 runs. In a game where everyone's scoring like crazy, those numbers are just pure gold. Just stop and think about that for a second. Without Duffy's spell, RCB could have been looking at chasing 220, maybe even 230. Seriously, his performance wasn't just about taking wickets. It completely changed the entire equation of the game. Okay, so the stage is set. The challenge is clear. 202, a massive mountain to climb. So let's see how RCB tackled it. And they didn't just limp over the line. No way. They absolutely demolished that target in just 15.4 overs. I mean, that's not just a win. That is a statement, a show of pure dominance. And this is where it gets really interesting. When you put the top scores side by side, you see the whole story. SRH had the power, for sure. But look at RCB. Kohli and Padikkal, they didn't just match the firepower, they were way more efficient about it. Devdutt Padikkal was the one who just lit the fuse on this whole chase. A blistering 61 from just 26 balls. That is exactly the kind of fearless, aggressive start that tells the other team you are not afraid of their total. So Padikkal brought the fireworks, but it was the captain, Virat Kohli, who was the calm hand on the tiller, steering the ship home with a masterclass of an innings. Yeah, Kohli was the commander-in-chief out there, finishing with a match-winning 69. He wasn't just swinging for the fences, he was orchestrating the entire chase, controlling the pace and guiding his team to the win. And this, right here, is the absolute key. Unbeaten. By staying out there, he made sure there was no last-minute drama, no nervous collapse. He literally walked his team across the finish line himself. So when you put it all together, how did they actually pull this off? Let's break down the winning formula for this incredible RCB victory. It really was like a perfect 3-act play, wasn't it? Act 1, limit the damage with that incredible bowling spell. Act 2, launch the counterattack with a ridiculously aggressive opener. And for the finale, Act 3, anchor the whole thing with a calm, unbeaten knock from the captain. That's pretty much the textbook T20 win. And all this leaves us with one last thing to chew on. What really won this game for RCB? Was it the sheer, overwhelming brilliance of their batsmen during the chase? Or was the match actually won way before that, with that one decisive, game-changing bowling performance from Jacob Duffy? What do you think?